What's up, good people? It's your boy Homebone, and this is the Hold Up Show. How's everybody doing today? Hope everyone's having a blessed day. Out here enjoying this weather right now. Catching some of the shade from the clouds. Getting some of this river breeze. Trying to take it easy, you know. Been running around crazy the last couple days. You know, feeling inspired and rejuvenated to just get on with it, you feel me? Always trying to be better than the day I was yesterday, you know? So what I wanted to talk about is harboring demons. I just feel like we as people tend to harbor a lot of demons. Sometimes we realize it and sometimes we don't. Like, we all have demons or shadows that we deal with, you know, things we might not like about ourselves or things that we may know are toxic that we do, that is just kind of something, a part of our nature or something we've accepted that we're going to continue to do or don't want to fix, you know what I'm saying? And I say that in relation to dealing with other people, as well as recognizing them things in yourself. I feel like I've recognized that most of my issues that I have amongst myself stem from some sort of abandonment / parental guidance type of demon that in turn affected my relationships with women, as far as the relationships that I had that I could have loved to the extent that I wanted to, but held back out of that, out of those demons. And I also recognize that when you come across people, or when you've been dealing with people, whether newly in your life or always been in your life, and you start to recognize that they have demons as well that they haven't addressed, and you've kind of adjusted your behavior accordingly because you know of these demons. You may look at it like familiarity, like that's just who they is, or they tend to do those type of things, but in reality it might just be a demon that they haven't addressed or dealt with yet, and you didn't recognize it in them. You just took it as a personality trait. But in now recognizing that I had that demon, and the ways that I wanted to go about addressing that demon that I had, are demons of abandonment / parental guidance issues, or yeah. You know, it's just it's just being comfortable standing alone. It's like I've been standing alone for so long, but I wasn't comfortable in the space of standing alone because I had this demon harboring over me, that when I got a certain kind of love or adjusted my behaviors accordingly to certain kinds of quote-unquote loves that I thought at the time, or certain traits in a person, whether I was in a relationship with them or just around them. That I just needed to get comfortable just walking the journey alone. Just it might have just been designed that way for me to do it that way in order to overcome this demon. Like no longer seeking out any type of parental, big brother, big sister guidance, or that feeling of being all alone or abandoned, so to say. Even though whether I was or wasn't in a room full of familiar faces. It's like for the most part there was no one to run to in the first place, so why did I hold on to this abandonment demon so long? It's maybe because of some of the trauma bonds that I may have created that I held on to for too long, you know? And it's also like the realization of now that I no longer have to adjust accordingly to anyone else's unresolved demons that they're harboring, or just chalking it up as a personality trait. I just don't deal with it at all because I don't have to, you know? And I guess that's also like a part of purging the emotions and the attachments to people you moved on from in your life. That the demon that you're harboring, make sure that you somehow keep that adjusted behavior, even though you're in situations or new sceneries that you don't have to. So like it may come off as like guarded or arrogant or aloof, unwilling to engage. But see, just knowing me, like when I'm asked to engage or felt compelled to speak my truth, I know most of the time it offends more than it connects. You know what I'm saying? And maybe it's the delivery, but who knows? If that's how I'm feeling and it's the truth, it's the truth. I'ma stand on it, you know what I'm saying? But for the most part, I'd rather not even engage. I'd rather just stay silent. Or just talks amongst those I trust, which ain't many nowadays. It's like even with this last kid that I had situation of a child I never met from a toxic woman that wore a mask her mom pulled off. It was like 9 months under the mask of this person's representative, one encounter with her mom changed everything about her in nanoseconds. Only to find out said person just set me up to have a baby because they wanted a baby. I won the you're gonna have my baby lottery and didn't know it. It was masked in a relationship of a loving, compassionate person who obviously was not that. And then I'm going to get into the whole rundown of all that in detail in due time. It's just the reason I bring this person up, it was like once it was all said and done, I understood that they were harboring a demon of what happened in a previous relationship when that ex made them lose a baby, or they placed the blame on that ex of them losing that baby, and the trauma from that triggered that instant need or want to be pregnant again and be a mother, and that if she was ever put in that situation again, she would do whatever she could to protect the baby, to not have a miscarriage again, to not, put herself in a situation to even have a miscarriage. And in turn, that probably was the main reason to what contributed to the way that she treated me, and the defense mechanism she used to secure the baby that was her sole priority in the first place. Not any relationship with me or any building with me, just pure, she want that baby, and I fit whatever categories for her to make a baby, right? And if I would have known or recognized, or I guess not have followed my heart for the third time, and followed more of my mind and waited it out more than the time that I did, maybe I would have picked up on that trauma or that baby fever, and where all that actually really stemmed from to make her have that type of response. So it just makes you think about all the other people in your life, and maybe whatever demons they were harboring that you might have thought were personality traits, but weren't personality traits. They were just trauma responses to something they may just never have faced or dealt with. And how that affected your life. On your own personal level. For a person like me, I guess it just makes it, I don't know, more difficult to even want to engage with strangers to see what, to give a person a chance to see what a new vibe would be like. Especially, that would mean you would have to invest time and energy to wait for a person to reveal some type of harbor demon, or even to see if there is any harboring demons involved with them, that, or to be able to tell the difference between a personality trait and harboring a demon of some sort of trauma. It's like time is such a precious thing at this stage of the game. You don't want to waste it trying to figure out who people are, you know what I'm saying? But it's a necessary evil, I guess, right? Or we wouldn't no longer be living without that interaction, right? It's nice and breezy, but it's already blazing. It's already blazing. But I had a great day yesterday. Very productive, tiring. Decided I'm just going to chill out and meditate today, you know what I'm saying? Do more reflecting, to do more adjusting. But yeah, I just wanted to get this message out to people, you know. Some of your behavior traits, some of the things that you might just think are who you are, might be you just harboring demons of a past trauma that either you haven't recognized or you haven't cured yourself from, or attempted to look at yourself from, you know what I'm saying, and see what's the source or the root of all that. It's like, that's what I'm doing every day. Asking God. Asking my grandma. Asking whoever's been watching over me or guiding me. How do I better myself every day as this new person that I'm embodying? Yeah, so I hope this resonates, you know, that there may be something you're overlooking, or maybe something you recognize within yourself or in another person. And let's all try to heal through this journey, you feel me? So it's your boy Boom Boom. Get out here and enjoy this day, you dig?